All right, let's get it, baby. I'm looking for this pullback right now. I think that we're going to continually squeeze today. This 407 has been a really pretty rough area for a couple days now. So it's been right around this level. It's been struggling this 407 for all of yesterday, honestly. So I'm looking for this continued squeeze up to this yellow line, the pre-market high of the day. Let's look at this 408.30. I think we're going to squeeze up that. And then this daily chart looks really good as well. Let me get rid of this. If you look at this looks like it could end up around like 409, maybe even 410 today. I think that we are witnessing a very early on squeeze. And at that point, I might end up just dabbling in here like pretty early for these 4100s. Just like one to hold for the rest of the day. It's 265. See what happens. Give me 1 second. Oh man, top of the charts are cut off. Always. I always have a weird situation. I'm in Florida. I'm back in my place in Florida on Tuesday. So only one more day of these like real choppy charts. I feel like I don't know why I'm in New York right now, but this is like this setup for some reason just shows the cutoff point. I can try to move it. Let me see. I don't really know where it's at, to be honest. I'll try to talk through it and make it easy on you. I'm sorry about that, but I'm really looking at this level right here on the bottom right. I think you can see this. I'm looking at this 406.77. I do have one contract here at 265. I feel like we're witnessing almost an early squeeze. If it completely tanks off, then that's entirely on me. But I am watching this 403.32. I wonder if I can fix that chart thing for you guys. I definitely can. 1 second. I forgot I could do this. Is that better? That's got to be better. A little bit, right? No? A little bit? Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. This computer's all messed up. It's all distorted and whatever, but it's not my real setup because I moved everything down in Florida. I'll be back down there on Tuesday, so only one more day of watching this because the market is closed tomorrow. But I am watching this bounce right here. So this is the $4,100. Basically, I mean, I'm down $35 on the trade, but I'm going to hold this one for most of the day. This might turn into my lotto play because when I look at the daily chart, I see a lot of action potentially to go up to that 408, if not that 410 level today. I think that's a good formation to start squeezing with these bulls having a handle on the market right now. I'm going to put yellow right here as my target. I might sell some of these contracts that I'm about to take, but then at that level, I'm going to probably just continually hold the 4100s. Those will be worth like 600 a piece at that time. So I'm going to trade some closer to the monies though. Probably 4090s. Let's see how much those are. They're 520. I'll probably do the 95s, 4095 trades. Looks like it's trying to get down here. I do have an entry at 330 here. Let's see if it fills me. Looks like I could probably get filled here in a second. And just one. So it's not going to be a crazy position. So I'm in one at 330. It is starting to get a little hit here. I think I'm up very small on the day. Had a couple dabbles. I'm up $54, but I'm going to try to get up to that average goal of 500. I feel like I always hit the goal after I go live stream. So let's do it on the live stream today. Let's see what we can do. I'm looking at the 406.50 bounce, which is right around this VWAP level. It is starting to lose some steam, which I don't like to see. A lot of volume fading off here as well. So 10:22, we got about 3 minutes. Not a lot of volume here. About half the way up. We could get some extra volume in here, but I feel like we'll probably get a little bit of a sell-off and then some bounces. I do have one at 330 here. I don't want to hold on to this very long. I do want to grab a couple more of these, but I do not like to buy these big-ass red candles. Unless it's like a very volatile move. This just looks like a sell-off move to me. So I could be wrong on the potential squeeze up, but I am going to hold on to this for a little bit here and see if we can get that run up. I would love to see this bounce at this VWAP level. I'll get rid of that so you can see this. I'll also get rid of this since it already broke through. But now I'm looking at this purple line. So this is the target. I'll draw the low of the day just in case we continually spike down. I'll keep the low of the day green, so you know that that's like a dip buy possibility or a take profit zone if you're in puts. Yellow is my current target. That's pre-market high. And then I feel like the the Bollinger Band being stripped down like this, I don't really enjoy seeing. But I feel like there is a little bit more weakness to come. And if it goes sideways a little bit here, I will probably take a bunch more of these 40.95 since we are currently sitting at 40.80. At the high, it was 40.85, but up here would be 40.95. So these would go in the money and probably be worth about 900 a piece. So we'll see what happens here. Going to be patient. I think it's really weak. Seen a lot more action today than I was expecting. I caught a little bit of that bounce. Keep in mind I do have two accounts. So this one account right here is for the live streams. It is a little bit delayed in here, so I don't have too much capital at risk on here. So this is about a $20,000 account, and I'm going to try to take it to about 50, maybe to 100K. We'll see what happens. But once I'm back in Florida, I'm firing all cylinders. It'll be a lot easier to follow because I have actually my real setup. So just up here, getting some stuff out, and then I'll be on my merry way. But let's look at this VWAP bounce right here. I feel like this is a nice bullish pattern here. A little bit of bearish setup here. We could end up reversing. I'm trying to look at the 15-minute chart. 15 still looks bullish to me. 30 minutes on the right. Not enough for me to tell you if it's bullish or not. This is why I like to trade later on in the day. That's why I just log on a little bit later, because these early moves are they're trash. I usually do the best around like 12:30, 1 o'clock, because you can see moves and you can almost like look to see where the market's going to end up taking itself by the end of the day. A lot more action that way, a lot more price history. So I really like to trade around. It never used to be this way, but I've really kind of grown to love trading around 12-ish, 12:30 into that 2:30, 3 o'clock hour. So that's usually been my bread and butter lately. Would love to see this start to spike up too. I might grab one more here at 320. If it rejects, I'll stop myself out below VWAP. Didn't get me. I feel like I could get a couple more here though. It's kind of stuck, which I don't like to see. I just canceled them because it looks a little stuck, but I feel like if it could continually go up, yeah, I don't like that. When you have those green candles and you see a sell-off candle, that is never the good sign. So this looks like it might go below this VWAP level. So I'm going to stick with one for now, just in case it does somehow squeeze. And then if it gets above this level, I will add into it. But keep in mind, I do have that lotto as well running for me. So I'm only up $100 on the day, but I feel like this could become an easy couple $1,000 day, honestly. If this can return, I mean, look at these contracts. These are 333 up to 500. These will be worth around 700. If I buy 10 of these and we break out, this could be a nice little $3,000 return. Should I get in? I really want to see that confirmation for me to get 10 of them. And I want to make sure that I can get in on the right side here. So it looks like it looks like it's starting to gain back that control. It's this 407 level that scares the shit out of me. This is where the rejection level would be. I'll keep this blue. But below this 407, we've been having trouble with this even since yesterday. So just watching this. If this rejects 407, I wouldn't even be surprised to see this break below. Yeah, see, it's just, I'm not confident enough to go into a heavy position on this, especially in the middle of the market, unless this starts to go sideways and then we start to catch some bulls in volume. So just being careful. Don't want to over position myself. I do have the lotto running and I have this one running. I hate that 407 level, but if it keeps trying to test it, then that's a good sign technically. In about 3 minutes or 2 minutes and 15 seconds, we are going to see whether this is going to continue this squeeze the rest of the day or if we're going to break down towards that low. So this could be a massive squeeze day. I just want everybody to realize that this is a really great setup, especially when you're looking at the pre-market high. You're looking at the daily chart, 2 big days of sell-off, and now you have 2 lower shadows right here bouncing at the same level. This could be a nice squeeze to that yellow line, if not higher to 410. So this could end up being a really great trading day. It will all be determined within the next 5 to 10 minutes, though. What up, Arico? I'm doing great. I was doing great until I saw this rejection. Now we're going to see a little bit. We're going to see some weakness here. I really want to see this squeeze. I really, really do. I don't think that we're going to get it now that we keep rejecting this 407. If we can't get above this here soon, then I don't think it's going to be an all-day squeeze like most of the time you see those. I love catching those days because it's just a slow chop up and there's no room for error. Below the VWAP, I will stop out of this little one, but I might keep the Lotto running, but maybe not. The Lotto will continue to run. It's just 4,100. It'll continue to run if we can get above this 407. Because sometimes when we run like that, these contracts go from a couple $100 to like 3,000 a piece. A slow grind day would be cool, but I don't want to see this just consolidate and go sideways the rest of the day. I don't want this to be the big move of the day. I don't want this to be the pullback, and now we sit. Would love to see that yellow line. The Bollinger Bands are really tight. I hate that shit. And I think that we are, these contracts are like doing absolutely nothing right now. They're sitting at 300. I got one at 330. I'm trying to get a bunch more, but with these upper shadows and a big sell-off, it doesn't show me any sort of bullish momentum. So we got a lot more volume coming in here. So we're going to see what happens. I'm not so sure I'm confident in the call side because when you get a little doji candle after a massive red candle with a rejection at the high of the day, most of the time you'll see another red candle below this VWAP. That's just how she goes. We're looking a little bullish on this 15 chart. So we'll see. This is the moment of truth. Do we continue or do we just die? You know, quite a bit of volume for these small ass moves. So let's see what happens. Typically this goes below this VWAP though. It is only 30 cents, so it's not going to be a horrible move on the downside. I only have one contract, but it would ruin my entire thought process and game plan for the day. Yeah, we're definitely flagging a little bit, but I hate to see this breakdown of this low of the day or this VWAP level. We can flag and push. This is my target price, which is why I'm in just one with one Lotto in the 4100s. Because if we can push, this could be an all-day squeeze towards that 409, 410. And I would love that more than anything. We got two bullish breakouts here. Got a little bit of a rejection, but this high the pre-market is 408. The data this morning was a little bit bearish, though. I won't lie. But data means absolutely nothing. The market reacts on its own every single time it's open, whether the market is bullish, bearish, whatever it is. I'm up 30 a piece on this. I'm up 117 on the day. I really think I could turn this into like $2,000, $3,000 day pretty easily if we can break above this fucking 407. This 407 is so goddamn annoying. Every day. It's so strong. The last 2 days. Last 3 days. Let me try and see if I can grab a couple more here. I think I'm going to try to dabble for this trade. I always trade one and get in light, but I feel like this is a really great opportunity. These were just near 500 at high of the day, and above here, these are going to be worth like 700 to 800, maybe $1,000 a piece. So I feel like this is a great opportunity. It closed yesterday at 490, but above this 407 is the opportunity. I'm going to try to get one at 340. I don't know if it's gonna break. It didn't even fill me. See if we can get filled here. It filled me. I'm scared it's gonna hit that big ass red candle. So there it is. It always rejects that 407, man. It's crazy. It hates that level. Yeah, I don't even see an uptrend. It's just kind of consolidating. So this is a huge gamble. Don't go too heavy. I'm telling you, this 407 level is so strong. I see so many sell blocks every time I look at this, and it looks like it could easily push right back down, which is exactly what it might do on me right here. Yeah, it's going to go down. VWAP is the only thing that can save this play. If it goes below that, I don't think we got the squeeze at all today. I don't watch level 2. I watch the time and sales. Most of the price action for me is I always look at the premium setups. I love to look at the prices of them, and then the bounce levels, right? So the volume is high, and if we can, I know where the sell blocks are without even looking, just from I guess from experience and maybe being on the floor just by looking at price action. But sell block obviously is at this 407 right now. You can tell, but it's been like that for a while now. So let's see if we can get this bounce. That red candle didn't completely go through just yet. These Bollinger Bands might take a second to go sideways, and then we could start entering into that squeeze. That's really, really what I think is going to happen today, which is why I'm in that lotto play. And I'm in two of these right now. Finally just went green on the play. I'm only up 137 on the day, but I'm trying to make this like a really big day. Let's see if we can get above this 407 and start squeezing. We did once, but it keeps rejecting. So here's the test. Time and sales were above it a little bit. 407.7. Yeah, we got it. We pushed right through. So I'm going to hold on to these for a little bit. I still think this Bollinger Band has room to expand, and we're going to head towards this yellow line. So this is going to be a slower play. I'm up $82 on just 2 contracts, but I might add some with the momentum if it doesn't reject this. I need to see this close above 407. Like, absolutely have to. And these contracts could easily go to 1,000 a piece. So at that point, this is like a $1,400 trade on 2 contracts with only a $600 or $700 at risk, $680 at risk. Just need some more volume here. I don't want to take $57. That's so stupid. I have 3 contracts running right now. I'm still down on this lotto play just because of the theta, obviously. But as it starts to rip up towards where I want it to, we'll get some action, hopefully. Knock on wood. So let it sit above this 407 here. As long as it doesn't see a big spiked red candle, these Bollinger Bands, they have to expand a little bit. And once you start seeing it go upward, that shows me some green light that we could end up in that squeeze that I've been talking about. 15-minute looks even better now. I really do think we're going to that level. Bollinger Bands are starting to fade out the way I want them to. I'm up 60 a con on these. Still only $200 on the day, which is stupid. But once this breaks out, we'll start to see some more action. I don't want to get a lot of contracts when we're chopping like this. I like to see bigger moves before I take a lot more position. I'm going to extend this uptrend to the right. 407 level I'm going to get rid of just because I don't want to see it anymore. Yeah, Squeeze Pro. Oh, this is the TTM Squeeze right now. I actually got rid of the Squeeze Pro, but she is looking pretty good. If I zoom in, it looks a little bit easier to watch. So this is my target at yellow. This is the Bollinger Band. I think that we're going to slowly grind up. That's my thesis here, and I think that these contracts could be worth well over 500 if we get to that level. Maybe even 600. I think I'm in a good position right now, but I would hate to see it completely drop down below this 407. 407 is strong, just so everybody knows. It hates that level so much. So I need to see above this high of the day in order to be confident in this trade. 407.28. Remember that the market is closed tomorrow, so we might see some choppiness. It's starting to fade off here a little bit. Would hate to see that, but a breakdown below this, I might stop myself out. Wouldn't lose too much, but if it does break below this uptrend, I'm probably gonna have to get out because that would show me a failed breakout. A 407 level, guys. It's like impossible to hold above for some reason. It's right at my cost basis. I could add here for the bounce, but I don't know if there's enough volume. I think that we're losing it. And just like that, kind of flat on the day. There she goes. She broke down. Bastards. She just broke down. Tested that VWAP. This is our only chance, the VWAP level, but I think it's going to go below. I might have to set my stop loss. About $50 each. We'll go 275. I'll lose a couple $100 on this trade. It's only two. Oh wait, no. I did not mean to do it at 280. Damn. I got stopped out, but I think it's going to die anyway. Damn it, guys. Down 75, down 87 on this one trade here for the lotto play. I'll keep the lotto for a second in case it bounces. I'll get back into it if we start spiking above this, but it doesn't look like it wants to go. Had that chance, but that 407 level is just so awful. I'm going to make this VWAP level the new uptrend. If it breaks below that, then it's just completely washed. They may pin it. You know, there's no volume today. I probably should have taken the little profits I had, but I had a I had a firm conviction. I'm only down $60 too. It's nothing. But damn, that 407 level. We got above it. I was really looking for that squeeze. That push up would have been a real nice trade. Don't really want to scalp in and out on a day like that because you could see the opportunity, but that pullback really did crush it. Hated that. Absolutely hated that. I keep forgetting sometimes that the market is not like it was a long time ago. The market is really, really hard right now. I've been doing this for a long time. This is some of the hardest pieces of the market I've ever seen. You have to really scalp the market. And a lot of people don't like to do that because you have to be in and you have to be out quick. Sometimes I see an opportunity where you can hold for a long time. Hasn't been happening too much. So I still look for them, though. I still look for those big return days because you can see some of these contracts go from like 100 a piece, 200 a piece to like 2,000 a piece sometimes. So sometimes I try to be patient, but when you try to be patient, sometimes it buries you. And I have this at 265. I'm probably going to stop myself out here at like 135. I'll lose an extra $30 over here. I'll lose an extra $40. So I'm going to set, I only have one. I'll set my stop loss here at 125. Looks like the market completely flipped down. If it breaks below this, we're likely headed to that low of the day. Damn, that is so unfortunate, guys. We had that perfect setup, and then it just completely clobbered. That 407 is not strong enough. We had all the fire. We had all the signals. We had the TTM squeeze going up. We had the potential test of the high of the day. We got above the 407. All we needed it to do was act as support. Completely crushed it. So, very, very unfortunate. Most of the time when you see these big-ass red candles, you're going to see a green candle and then another red spike down. So I actually might preserve capital on this lotto play here. See if it'll let me out here at 180. Because I think that this is going to come down, and I'd rather preserve capital than not. So I'm going to preserve capital, and I'm going to regroup, and I'm going to take a large position. I'm only down $80. So I'm going to get to the point where I am up like probably, I'm going to go for 10 contracts here in a second. Get in and get out of the scalp. 40.90. I feel like the put side is gonna take us now at this point. This market just doesn't move. It's only it's been moving in between $1 every day for a while. You're using Squeeze Pro. Squeeze Pro is a good tool. It's an expensive tool though. I had a little affiliation with Squeeze Pro for a little bit, and then I didn't really use it, so I had to stop. Simpler trader. Calls. I mean, puts probably are the better opportunity here. 40s are 67. 40-60s are 300. $40.65s are 400 a piece. So preserve capital because this looked way too weak, and now it is kind of dying. Crazy they can do that. So if this curls up at any point, this will be the next retest will go to that yellow line. So just let this consolidate, let it do its thing. I missed out on some downside there, but I did preserve capital. This is why stop losses are massive, because you don't want to lose more than you think. Even if I was clearly wrong on that trade. I thought we were going to end up squeezing up. I took the opportunity and went against me, but there's no reason to be trying to buy more on the dips. If it goes against you, just get out. That's why I go small positions. You only see like an $80, $100, $200 movements right now until I see a real opportunity. Yesterday, I saw a massive opportunity. Ended up having a really good day. Around that, I posted on my story, but there was a huge inverse head and shoulders on the 5-minute chart right here. And I ended up taking this pullback entry and caught this entire run up, and these contracts moved like 400 a piece. It was nuts. That was a great trade, but like I don't see any of those opportunities right now. Do you see a massive sell-off? Damn. You see this Bollinger Band expanding to the downside now, this green line? This one right here, it's starting to head downwards. That's what I wanted this red one to do for that squeeze up, but ultimately did not get that. 15-minute, 30-minute. Let me take a look at this guy. Yeah, 30-minute looks even weaker now. We could go to low of the day. We could. You know, it looked like it was going to squeeze for a little bit. Now we're starting to see that weakness again. I have a target price right here around this 404.50 on the downside. This would be my target for it to hit at least 405. That's another one that I wanted to see. So there's a lot of movements that could happen today. At first it looked bullish, completely rejected. Now looks like it's completely flipping to the downside, which makes sense because the data is bad from this morning. But I don't know. What's Tesla doing? I was watching Tesla this morning too. Tesla was dabbling in a little bit. I don't really know how I feel about this at all. I feel like we might just chop today because the market is closed tomorrow. I don't know how I feel. Meta's in a strong uptrend. If this breaks, it did just break down. Meta could be a real nice short here to 209. Let's see. That would actually be pretty nice, actually. 210. Let's look at the 210s here. I mean, they're only $60. These aren't going to pay anything, but they were just 37. If this spikes back up to this green line right here, about 210.80, that'd be a nice short down here to 209.80. This could be a real nice short. Usually when you see these uptrends and they break down, you'll see a retest and then the pullback. But with my strategy with the small stop losses, and I enter right here, you know, if it continues to go, I get stopped out really small. These were how much earlier? These were 176 earlier. All right, watch this retest. I might actually end up going in on this a little bit. I'm going in 5 contracts at 50 if it fills me on Meta. See if it fills me, and I'll set a small stop at 40, maybe a $50 loss. So if it continues to squeeze and I'm out, it does look like it might, but I would just set like a stop loss at like 50-ish, maybe 39. I'd lose $55 on this trade. But on the upside here, we could make about $20 a contract, would be about $100. I might end up going a little bit heavier because $50 is not going to do anything. But it's starting to squeeze up, so I might move this up to like 41. So I'll lose $45 on the trade. But this looked pretty weak for a second. It broke the uptrend. But now the market's starting to bounce too, so I might go with it. That's very annoying. The market's bouncing a little bit here. This just doesn't show me any true pattern here. If it tries to squeeze up, I think it's going to try to chop all day in this range. I was really hoping for that squeeze. Didn't end up getting it. And I think Meta's going to stop me about $40 too. Just dabbling until I see a real opportunity here. Yeah, this is strong. I wouldn't take this. This reversal along with the market is not looking the best. I mean, still, if it breaks above this 211, then it's not going to reject this. I could end up taking 5 more at 46 and losing $100, but it's too strong. Way too strong. I got in a little early. It should have been right around now if I wanted to, but my stop loss is like right here. So if it pushes above that 211, I'm out. I think if the market gets a little bit weaker, this would have been a good opportunity, but now that the market's bouncing, I feel like we're going to go with it. But if you were to ever take these uptrends, and this is a good example for anything else. These uptrends, if they break down below, I always take the retest. Same thing with the downtrend. If it breaks out, I always take the retest of that downtrend for call side. So puts, when they're in an uptrend, it's a little bit harder for calls because everybody's always on autopilot buying for the run up. But A lot of the times I love to take puts when the trend line breaks and then we retest it right around here. I got in a little early. I'm only in 5, but the market ripping is kind of holding this off. But you do see it could be also a quick scalp. It could be a nice trade, Um, this little rejection right here at 211 shows me that we have an opportunity to push down. It is same day expiration, so it's pretty tough. But these uptrends, once they're broken, I love to take the retest. So this starts coming down and goes down to 209.88. These 5 contracts will be worth like 75 a piece. Not going to be a huge trade, but it's still something. Still a little dabble. I'm up 22. I'm up 10% on the trade. I probably should have bought a couple more, but this market being up, I don't really like that. I would like to see this pull back down below this 210, go in the money because these are 210 puts. Obviously, I'm only up $4 a contract, but just a little example until I see an opportunity in the market. PMH, the 61 played beautifully for a reject. I do use some fibs sometimes, but I'm more of a price action trader. Probably get stopped out here because now if it's not rejecting entirely, the market's going to carry this. So this is a kind of a dumb trade, but tried at 450. I might just lose 25 bucks. I'm just going to put my stop loss at 25 bucks and just walk away. Not really interested in that because one, it's going to move really small. It's cheap as shit. And the SPY is just like, I don't know what the hell this thing's doing. It's just chopping around. SPY, there's 2 levels I see. I either see us going low of the day at 405.50, and that would squeeze us down to a little bit below 405. But if we can catch some legs and retest this high of the day, I think we're going to 408.50, maybe even 410 if we can continue that squeeze. But I don't know. This is just trash movement. So as of right now, I wouldn't even waste your time, especially if you're trading the SPX. There's barely any volume because the market is closed tomorrow. It's 11. And yeah, that's really kind of it. The only thing you might be able to play a lot more things that have bigger movement, like Tesla. They're really cheap. They move well. Nvidia as well will move well. This is kind of setting up a bullish momentum situation going on there. Meta is probably going to start pushing its way. This is why I take those, just so everybody knows this is a small play. But even a little bit of profit, obviously, you can't complain. But I love to take the rejections off of these big ass trend lines. So if it's going up entirely, it breaks down. I love to buy the puts when it retests that trend. Same thing for the call side or the downside. So now I'm starting to see that sell off that I was looking for. And I'm up $12 a contract, which is not a lot of money, but it is 23% on the trade. So if you put a shit ton of money behind it, you make a good amount of money. Now I can move my stop loss up to break even, and I will not lose any money on this trade. I could put it at 52 here, lock in $10, which is trash, but it still works out, Like that's just the education of it all. If I had 100 contracts there, it would have been, maybe $1,000, maybe $800, maybe $500, but the principle of trading, especially in that SPY, if I see a setup like that on the SPY, I'll buy 10 SPX, 20 SPX contracts, and that's like obviously a bag. So just practice. Look at all these setups. Look at how these stocks behave. This is a pretty nice flag. Holy shit. In NVIDIA. Like a really nice flag. I can't draw it for some reason. This is going to 270, isn't it? 267.50s are cheap. This is showing a lot of strength, and this thing was sold off a couple times. Imagine we go to that 273 today and fill that gap. That would be ridiculous. The market is weak, though. That 30-minute looks weak. The 15-minute looks even weaker with this big-ass red candle. You see this all the time. And then a pullback. I don't know how I feel about this. If this breaks out and then retests this same situation I was talking about, then now the downtrend, if this breaks out of this little downtrend situation, we could see a retest right around this 267. I would fire in some calls. So I am going to wait for that break, and then I'll wait for the pullback right? So we're out of it right now, and now I'll wait for this 267. I'll probably buy like 10 to 20 contracts to see if we can rip this back above 200 a piece. See what happens here. I don't know what's going on with Meta. Did it break down? I should probably go back to those contracts and just sell them since I'm up $50. Meta 58.61. I locked myself in some gains. I don't know why it didn't sell me out though. 63. We're starting to lose steam. I'll take my profits on this. Small profits, but we'll take them. I'll take 64. Oh, I had 5. 66. There's the breakdown. Maybe like a 63. All right, we're out. Made a little bit of money on Meta, but education tools, breakout, retest, then it goes your way. If you have 100 contracts, you're making a shit ton of money, but now I'm break even on the day. So let me go back to this this NVIDIA play because that looks beautiful for me. Just broke out. Now I'm going to wait for this pullback. Market needs to react accordingly, though. So just so everybody knows, I need to see the market become a little bit bullish for this to go for me. But now that it's out of this downtrend, now I'm going to wait for it to close, hopefully, here in the next 15 seconds. I want to see it close above this. Then I want to see a red candle on this for the bounce. So that's my play. I'm looking at these 210s. Oh, wait, that's not it. I'm looking at NVIDIA 267.50s. I'm trying to get them for about 100, and I might go in pretty heavily. So right about this 89 range, maybe 90-ish, trying to get them in the money because if this pushes up to 270, these contracts will be worth around $284 a piece, which is $1,700 on 10 contracts and $2,400 on 20. So could be a decent trade here. I'm waiting for that pullback and need to see that retest before I get involved. I never buy this side. I wait for it to retest. Even if it goes up a little bit, I wait for that and then bounce. Market is weak though, so just keep that in mind. Bullard didn't say anything good as well. Yeah, he never does. He's terrible. Trendline retest, Trader L's is like the best thing. And that's what I'm looking right here on NVIDIA. I need the market to be positive for this to work out. But that meta play was like really great. But congrats on taking that, man. I hope you took a little bit more money than I did. I only ended up making like $60 on it. I'm still flat on the day, but we'll turn this into a good day. The mornings are always tough. Mornings are always tough. I could probably just fire in, like 10, 20 contracts on SPX. It goes my way for $30. Call it good. But here we go. Now we're retesting this. So let me zoom out a little bit. Actually, let me reestablish this. So now we're retesting that downtrend. So I could get involved in a couple here, kind of coming down below it a little bit. It's the market. That's what's scaring the shit out of me right now. This could be a great trade, but it is scaring me with the market being bearish. So I'm going to try. It just bounced on it, which I just missed out on it. But I'm trying to take this for the bounce. And there it goes. Guys, I missed it. Fuck. I wanted to dabble just a little bit. I just wanted a little bit of action, but it bounced, and I think it's going to go to the high of the day. I could still get involved here, but all right, let's do this. Let's set a small stop loss. Let me see if I can get in at like, damn. There's no volume in it though, so I guess I'm not missing out on much. The market is weak, so I can't really be that upset. But I have a weird feeling it's going to 270, or at least that high of the day mark. See how perfect those trend line touches are? And even if it's just a quick scalp, they were just worth 100 a piece, and now they're at 125. Things are going to go to 150, 180, 200, 250 if it gets above that. And if the market starts flipping, damn. If you got that, congrats again. Even though it's not a huge payout, like you're just sitting pretty right now. You don't even have to have, you could set your stop loss at break even, and you wouldn't even have to worry about it till back here. So you could just be sitting on this trade, feeling comfortable, and just wait until it hits that 200 price and you make 100% on a trade. Damn, 20 contracts is $600, $700. Oh, it's the market. It is the market. You see this thing keep getting hit down, which is why it keeps having a struggle right here. So trading individual stocks is dope, but keep in mind if you're not trading the SPY or SPX, you have to watch their movements because it will drag everything away. So that's why I kind of shifted away from trading individuals because this. Dude, you want that. You want that trade. You want that NYSE field trip so bad. I could put something together. I'll talk to him. Him and I feel like him and I have to talk about a lot of stuff about TradeCaster because obviously I have a lot going on and I'm not on like I don't know. I don't really know what the future holds. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And if everything goes well, then yeah, I'll definitely put together a field trip or something like that for a winner. We'll see a live show. Maybe like one of the people could end up going I don't really know what we would do. Maybe like a trade-off. There's no volume in the video here, but I don't know what kind of challenge we could do. But it would be kind of cool to do that and then head down to the NYSE. Ah, man, that bounce looks so good to me. I know it's acting slow, but I just have this odd feeling. This Bollinger Band expanding too. Damn, I just want that so bad. This market is fucked. Do you have some levels on SPY to trade? Kinda. Not really. I mean, it's just chopping. Like there's no, I don't see any opportunities. I see this little hammer candle right here that shows a reversal, but it wasn't low enough for me. I feel like I would take a dip buy right at this 405.73 mark. This high of the day at 407.27. This is showing a lot of lower shadows, showing me that it could break out here pretty soon. Might not be a bad opportunity. If that breaks out, NVIDIA is going to fly, though. Like, absolutely fly. This thing is just like... it looks insane. I don't... Coin getting close to 200 MA, been rejected 4 times. I have a mark here at 56. That's where I'll buy a shit ton of shares. Because this thing is just like, to me, Coinbase is great. I think that they're a great company. I think that they're legit. I might even buy some leaps. You know, long-term options plays could be great. Guys, that rip. It's this bounce. It's the trend line test every time. Meta just did the same thing and it broke down. I ended up selling this, obviously, but those trend line tests, they really do play out more often than not. It's unbelievable to me. SPY is breaking out too. Probably could have taken an SPX play. I'm talking a lot. I should just do something. Let me do some SPX. I'm looking for the SPX play. I know NVIDIA could be a great trade, but I'd have to put on a lot of size, and I'm not really interested in doing that right now. So, not in this choppy market until I see a perfect setup. I never go above like anywhere from 2 to 5 contracts, maybe 10. But let's see. 4090s looking pretty decent here. That would be above high of the day. We could start that squeeze. Let's see. I'll dabble in this. I'm going to dabble way lower, though. 300 limit fill. Damn, these things just took the fuck off. Holy shit. Now I'm starting to see that Bollinger Band start to curl. So we could see this end up doing its thing here. I'm going to get in one at 360. Maybe, if it lets me in. Come on. I don't understand why they never let me in. When I hit the join the bid, it always takes a second. There we go. Little bastard. All right, so now I'm looking at this right here, 407.28. I see this bullish breakout. I see this hammer candle near the low. So now I'm just waiting. I mean, I think that we're going to chop, so I don't think that this is going to be a massive play, which is why you only see me in one. I have one more limit fill at 300. I don't know. Maybe I should get a couple more than this. I feel like that's a lot of bullish momentum there. There's not a ton of volume in the market, so that makes it tough. I'm literally flat on the day, so I'm just trying to feel out the market. Let's see which way it's going to go before I put some actual size on here. I just think that they're going to chop us. Oh, man, NVIDIA. I really hope somebody got that. I don't even want to see how much those are worth, but they're probably worth like 150, 160 at the top. Would have been about $1,200 on 20 contracts. Beautiful setup. Beautiful setup right off here. So hopefully I think somebody may have got that. I cannot get a handle on this market this week at all. This market is tough, man. It's so tough. Like, I can't describe to you. I've been doing this for so long now, and this has been one of the toughest years. I've just been scalping every day. I've been trying to usually, like, I'll look for like a really big trade, and I don't trade every day, and I'll try to put like 10 to 20 to 30K behind a position and look for that massive trade a couple days down the road. There hasn't been many setups like that whatsoever. I've been trying to average every day about 500 to 1,000 to get above that $200,000 a year, 250 a year, 300K a year, just off of trading. But it's really hard this year. I've been having an up and down year. I think right now I'm a little bit behind my goal, but I think that the volatility is coming. I think that there's going to be a lot of shift here in May. I think the sell in May, go away type thing. I think May we're going to see massive sell-off, like massive, especially with this. Like, this looks crazy. I feel like in May we're going to be down here at like 375. But so enjoy the chop for now, because I think the volatility is coming back, and I think it's coming back soon, especially with these war talks. So we go to war. Game over, baby. Game over. Oh yeah, May. I have I'm probably gonna near about April. Here in about 3 weeks when I'm down in Florida, I'll be doing a lot of research on like some numbers and back testing a lot of data, and I'll put it all in here. I'll put some stuff in, but I think I'm gonna be taking some like June or July puts heavy on maybe the SPX, maybe the SPY. Um, I don't know. I think maybe I'll just be buying a shit ton of shares on some of the inverse ETFs, but I think they look good. SPY's coming up a little bit. I only have one of these. It's only $70, $75. I'm up 20% on the trade. Just trying to get a feel for this before I put any size behind. Would love to see a squeeze up. I think now that if we retest this, we could go, but we have to get above this level first. We're right back at that 407 bastard. So let's look. The 15-minute chart looks good right now, but this 407 is such a bitch. Such a bitch. We got to get above that, and then this thing could run. These could be worth over 600 a piece here if we can start squeezing. I'm up 75, 70. Maybe I'll take this because we all know what happens at that 407 level. And it's happening again. These little dirty bastards. I'm not out. I'm in still. We're playing for the break, baby. We're playing for the break. I don't think we have it in us. I have that sell at 420. It's not letting me out. I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm pretty confident that we're gonna squeeze today. I'm staying by my bias, even though we broke down here. If we can get above this 407 and retest, look at this Bollinger Band now. Finally starting to ride up, and that's usually when you begin that squeeze. So here we go. We're at that 407 shit-ass level again. Let's see if we can get above that. I know I'm only at one, but I think that these could be worth quite a bit. I'm up 115 on one contract. Damn, I'm such a pussy. Now we're above, though. Now we're above. This is the high of the day mark. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for this break and run. We got some pretty bullish engulfings here. I think we're going to continue to go. I think we got a lot of room to go. I think we got up to this 408.50. These contracts will be worth 800 at that point. Up 110. Once again, with the fibs, if you take today's low. Arico, I love you, man. Not taking the fibs. I'd love to trade the volume and push. These are my indicators. They will not change. I've been doing this a long, long time. But I do respect Fibonacci traders. There's no one right way to trade, but I don't use them. Coin broke 200 MA and jumped. Coinbase, I love this stock, man. I think that this is a great stock long term. I feel like you could sell. I'm yelling. Sorry, man. Daily chart. I feel like this is starting to print a little reversal candle. I had a target price of 56. Got down to 58. I should have probably dabbled a little bit, but I feel like coming from 85, this is a beautiful dip buy. Beautiful, beautiful dip buy. Wow, that looks like ass. All right, we got above this level. I swear to God, if it goes below 407 again, I'm going to freak the hell out. I just want to see the squeeze. That's all I want to see. I just want to see this nice, cute little print up to 408, and we'll be good to go. You know, the pre-market high is this yellow line of 408.35. We're going right back towards that 407. I feel like that shit is. I might just get out of this one play. Damn. I can't, like, this week sucks, man. This has just been rough. I should probably just be putting on more size and letting it go, but this 407 has just been my enemy. And it's going to be even more of an enemy right now when I buy one more. I'm at 380. Oh, damn, this 407, man. It's going to give me one of those big-ass red candles too, isn't it? I want that squeeze so bad. I feel like it's coming. You might see me take a pretty big position here in a second. About $3,000 at risk, maybe $4,000. Feel like we have that opportunity to break the 407. We've done it 3 times now, and we've rejected it. I feel like this time is third time is the charm. I'm up $80. Come on, let me do. I just got to find the confidence that this is going to break. I just don't feel it. I do not feel it at all. NVIDIA, though, my God, I wish you. Holy shit, man. Is anybody in that bad boy? Did anybody catch that? The perfect print. Literally the perfect print. You literally do this, then you retest, and then you go every time. Every time. Maybe not every time. Don't let me say that. But literally all the time. You see that more often than not. Like, that's the best entry point, is when you see those breaks. This is trash. But I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to wait for that squeeze because I feel like we have opportunity to run towards that yellow line. This blue line is high of the day. This is its base right here. So this is a support line. I'm going to probably make this red because if it breaks below support line, I will be out. This is the uptrend. It doesn't really mean anything, so I'm going to get rid of that. So this is the red line is where I will stop myself out. The blue line is where I find conviction, and I'm probably going to add to this. The yellow line is my target sell, probably around that 408 actually. But I'm in 2 of these, up 120. Really would like to get more, honestly, but this is where the squeeze begins. I'm just going to speak that into existence here. So I know we can't really break this 407 and hold, but this Bollinger Band, as you can see, starting to curl. That's what I love to see. I love that so much. Yeah, coin is great, man. If you're trading coin, I think you're onto something there. I've been highly watching coin. I had an alert at 56. I think it could continually go. This motherfucker does not want to break 407 though. I'm up a little bit on this. I have 2 of them at 380. I'm trying to get more, but I just don't have the confidence that it's going to break 407 and run. Even though it's showing me that it will, that 407 has been a little dirty bastard for the last 3 days. So I'm waiting for this. This 407.50 might be a target price. This is the high of the day. I'm waiting for that retest. If it double tops, I'll be sad. But as long as there's no massive red candle, I'm okay. This is the high of the day. So that's what I'm watching. Think that there's a potential squeeze. 15-minute. Let's take a look at the 30-minute. See if we can get some action here. 30-minute looks good to me. 1 hour. Come on, baby. Show me some high time frames. Let's go. So at 407.30, I feel like we could easily test this. Is it 490 right now? I'm up 190 on the trade. 210 on the trade. I could probably sell out one at high of the day here at 5. Sold one. Let's see if we can keep one runner to go up to, I don't know, probably 500-600 a piece. Of course, I could always go heavier, but I get scared. You know, this 407 level, you've seen it reject a million times. I'm not really that scared. I just don't see a lot of opportunity today. So I'm not doing a ton of risk. I'm just trying to get to my $500 to $1,000 goal. And if I can just slowly get up there, I'm up 200. That'd be cool. I might reject this high of the day. I'll probably take this 407.20. It's starting to lose steam. I don't like that. I might end up low. I might just sell this at 490 if I can. I guess I only have one left. I took the one, what was it, 120 a contract or something like that? That 407 was stupid, man. I'm still up 150 on the day. This shit is just rough, man. This 407 is just, it's just tough to see. We kind of did just double top a little bit. If this shows a little bit of redness, it might still continue to chop us. So it's only 55 a contract. I'm only up 200 on the day, guys. This has been a brutal week. Very, very small gains, but I had one red day on Monday. Been slow ever since. Slow gains. A couple $500 days. That's about it. Today I'm trying to get to that 1,000 mark, but very, very slow week for me. We're curling down, guys. Probably just got to stop out of this. Looks like a red candle's coming. This 407 is brutal. I don't think we're getting above that. Looks like a double top here. I don't know if it's going to let me out at 406, 460. Come on. One little push up. Let me out. Now it's going to squeeze because I just got out. But I couldn't watch it anymore. I was going to sell it at 5, so it was only a 40 extra bucks, and I forgot that I was only in 2. All right. Regroup. To 470. I don't see that push. I know NVIDIA was the printer, though. How much was this bad boy? Where did she end up going? Those 267.50s. 188? No. And they got up to 230? Damn. I was trying to snag them at 107. That was the trade of the day. This was such a beautiful setup. Look at this flag, this retest. I don't know. Let me just zoom it. Let me just look at this. Let me just zoom in as much as possible. Is it even possible to get even? Let me get closer. Look at this thing. Look at this. This is the perfect tap. Perfect tap. Unbelievable. When you zoom out. These flags. The flags. I'm just telling you, this is the best entry point. If you set a stop loss, you will have very small risks and very, very high reward. Look at this. Let's just go for an example real quick. You have this nice little downtrend. As soon as you break this downtrend, don't buy the breakout. Buy the pullback retest with a very, very small stop loss. At this point, it's like, okay, 267.15. If it stops me out at 267, it was $100 risk, and the low of it was 85, which is down here. So this is probably like a $90 stop out. You could lose $10 a contract, and on the opposite side of here, if it bounces, you would have made $133 a piece. And it's probably going to go even higher. So your risk to reward ratio here, your R multiple, is a $10 loss per contract, and on the other side, that's 130. That is ridiculous. That is a 13 R multiple, which is massive. I look for usually like 3 to 4. Like my risk, if I'm risking in on my entry point, my max loss that I'm setting is about, whatever the basis is, but my profit could be about 3 or 4 R. This being a 13 R is like a trade that you would be able to take a couple weeks off, because if you're putting your normal size on this, if you have a decent account, you could put this up. If you put 10 grand on this, this is going up 10, 15K in what, 15 minutes? That's ridiculous. With a $10 stop loss, so it's $1,000 stop for what? Literally like $15,000. Like the risk to reward ratio right there is ridiculous. SPY 407, just chilling. 15, kind of loving this though. Kind of loving this potential rip. Massive engulfing. Nvidia's looking beautiful. I think Nvidia might be the best stock right now. Meta's still kind of struggling that little area. Tesla hovering around that high of the day mark. Not too bad. It could get back up to 185. If you want to trade Tesla, I feel like that's not bad. I feel like Nvidia has steam to 270. She's going 212, 217. This would have been the best entry point of 2023. SPY, I don't know if I want to touch again. I'm only up 170. Small ass day. I want some size, but I think we have to wait until these things play out. It's 11:19. It's around chop hours. I'm telling you, around that 12:30 to 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock has been my bread and butter. You can make 2 trades, and I'm like cashing $500 to $1,000 a trade off like 2 or 3, 4 contracts just on the SPX. I'm not even risking a ton of money. Obviously, the volume is very low, so until I see the volume come back, I'm not putting my capital at risk. There's no point. I'll scalp in, I'll scalp out, but I'm not putting a ton of money at play. You caught the NVIDIA trade for 40%. Sam, you are the man. Let's go, baby. Good shit, Sam. Beautiful play. Oh, now we're going to go. Now we're going to go to high of the day. Perfect. 240 on NVIDIA. Damn. All right. I'm going SPX one more time. I feel like we're starting to catch some legs, and I'm not missing out on that that high. That pre-market high. Been watching it all day. 4,100. I probably should have kept that lotto. There was a 220. I don't like the way that looks either. Not a big fan of this, to be honest. I think it will squeeze, but I don't see any red candles for the last 25 minutes or so. Tesla, do you have some room? Tesla might have some room. These formations suck. There's no volume anywhere. The only thing that I saw that was great was NVIDIA, and this thing might still go to 270. I think it's going right now. It's that high of the day. I think we could hit that 270, no problem. I might dabble into 270. Holy shit, this thing could go to 273. Look at this. This actually might be the play of the day. Look at this. This 273 gap right here, there's a gap fill. I would say above this 270 mark, this thing's going to 273. And I might end up just taking some lotto plays for that. How much would those be? 270, 250s are 16 a piece. 270s are 75. So that would put these $70 contracts into about 100 and probably 60 by the time it gets there. I might dabble in some lottos. And I might set an entry point around this 50 59 or 60. I think that NVIDIA has room. This could be an absolute banger. I know I missed the first play, but like this has completely entered a squeeze. If we think that the market's going to go up, NVIDIA is just going to continually go. This thing has been one of the strongest stocks this year. I would love to see like a 65-ish. I don't know if I'm going to get it, but this is high of the day. I would love that little pullback. I would love this pullback right here, 268, and then get in like 20 contracts around 60. Risk about $1,200 because that could be an easy cash money. Like cash right up to above 100. Could go to 150. I'm telling you, this daily chart right here, this little area, that's its recent high. Get that shit out of here. This is a huge gap fill. Above 270, this is like right all the way up here to 270, 250. That could be insane. I really would love to see this 268 pullback. Just like a little red candle here, I would go in for sure. Pullback here, I'm definitely in at this line. I'm hoping I could get in like even just 10, risk $600. Market is pulling back a little bit. I would love to see this 268-ish, 75, just to retest this high. Even a little bit lower. If I can get it like a 68 fill. All right, here we go. 71. All right, there we go. It might be a little bit of a reversal candle. That's kind of scary up there, but I'm going in. Going in 5 at 68. If it can pull some strings for me and get me at 68. Come on. I'll go 69. I'm not scared of 69. I'm looking for that 700 or that 270 run. It's kind of a risk here. Damn, that thing is dying already. Jesus Christ. It's right around, this line's a little off. It's around that 278.68, and we're kind of zoomed in too. So watch this trend line bounce. I'll probably end up getting another one here, down $50 already, but I only have 5. Looking to get into like 20 of these, but I think NVIDIA has a good opportunity. Wait, hold on. Let me look at these 267.50s. That might be better for intrinsic value. 267.50s are 180. They were just 236. That might be better. I got the 167s or 267.50s for 177. Just 2. Obviously down $67 on this, but I think that this could be an insane trade, guys. Like insane. I actually might go for more of these intrinsic guys. If it breaks down below this, it might be a complete reversal. Let me look at the NVIDIA 15-minute chart. Oof. I hate these spring candles like that. That's showing me like a shooting star candle on the 15. It's a big rejection. 30 minutes still looks bullish though. gonna have to let this play out. I'm in small. I'm in 50 or 5 contracts on the smaller guy lottos, and then this one is probably gonna be the main play. 5 guys are down 85, 77. I'm just looking for the bounce on this uptrend, to be honest. 30-minute chart still looks bullish to me. I'll pay attention to the 15-minute chart over here, and then this will be the SPY. I'm going to get rid of SPX just for now because I feel like the SPY isn't moving much. I feel like I should probably take a peek at the QQQ as well. QQQ is fine. I feel like we're all right. This is my trade. Going 268.50. I'm going to get rid of this drawing tool and go here. I think I might end up going like 10 of these bad boys down here. The 267.50s I think I like the most. There's a lot of intrinsic value. The theta won't be as bad, even though it is same day expiration, but we will see. SPY is moving. NVIDIA's taking a little bit of a hit, but it did just squeeze, so I'm just letting it do its thing for now. Would be a little bit cautious if it went pulled back to 268. But I'm only in 2. I'm trying to get 2 more, honestly. These big-ass red candles I hate to see, though. Everybody always buys the first massive red pullback, and I did that too, but I am playing the uptrend, that's why. It's a pretty significant sell-off. Down 26. I'm really looking for that push-up. Really looking for it. I'm going to just get rid of this line. This shit doesn't mean shit. It's really this 268.50. And then the next one is around this 268.13, which should be pretty brutal because I would send these down quite a bit, probably the 150. And then I'd have to start fresh again, which I would be very annoyed with. Damn. Maybe it's not. Maybe it doesn't want that 270. I think I might be down 140 on the trade, mostly from the 5 contracts of the 270s. Still not counting this out. I like the 15-minute chart setup. I think we're just getting some consolidation. Below 268, I would stop myself out. I'd probably be red on the day a little bit, and then I'd probably come back a little bit later. But these contracts are here with 250 a pop. So if I think that this is going to reverse, this would be my opportunity. These guys. It's coming against me. A little bit of volume. This is still my target, though. Once it enters into this gray zone, Bollinger Band is kind of cutting me off, which I am not a fan of. But I'm only down $6 a contract on these. I don't really give a fuck about the 5 contracts right now. Down 114. $105. The 5 contracts will do their own thing. These are the ones that I care about the most right now. I want to see this start to push towards that high, because that 270 mark I feel like we could easily get up there. These stocks don't really move as much as or move like the other ones do. Down 43. These are the ones that are burying me right now. It's the theta decay, that's why. The theta is the worst part. That's why I hate to buy out of the money same day expirations on a stock like this, because they just go crazy. This is the new uptrend. If it breaks down below this, then it's a wash. Market's pushing up. NVIDIA is one of the strongest stocks in the market right now. It's red, but it's like flat. It's been red for 3 days. I've seen this thing go crazy before. I feel like it still has that opportunity to go crazy. I only have 3 of these just because the spread is pretty nuts. I'm only down 12 bucks on the position. I feel like I could bank off this a little bit. Up to the high of the day right here would be 240, 250. I might sell like around 225. Be about 150 on the trade, would push me about $400 on the day. I have very small risk though. I only have 3 contracts. The thing with NVIDIA is it's tough because the spread is so like wide on these. I got in a little early on these fucking 5 contracts, but I feel like this right here shows me that it could, with this hammer candle, if this can hold, it'll push above that 269 and then engulf that to 270. That's the thought analysis here. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but that's what I really want to happen. I honestly might take the loss on these small ass contracts and just play more of these NVIDIA ones, just because the extrinsic value is so bad that Theta literally destroys it. So that's the worst part about playing out of the money calls, especially on same day expiration at 11:30. I guess we have a lot of time, so I'll be patient on those. And I'm up on the day. I'm up 139. If I go flat, fuck it. Go a little red. A little red never hurt anybody. But I feel like this has an opportunity. As long as this doesn't break down right now and go below this trend line that it just created, then we are set. But keep in mind, these stocks have low volume, so they have bigger spike downs than most. It doesn't act like the SPY, that's for damn sure. So just be careful. It's starting to lose a little bit of steam, so is the market over here, so be careful. I feel like I might be holding a dead position, to be honest. This is not what I like to see. I think I might have missed the perfect entry earlier when I tried to catch this little bottom bounce, which was the perfect trade. This one is a little shaky. I'm up a little bit. I'm up 33 on it. I think I got to get rid of these. I think I got to get rid of these 5 little bastards. I'm going to sell one up here at 209 now that it's pushing. I still feel like I could engulf. I'm just a little scared because I have the extrinsic values ones running. So I'm up 257 on the trade to 209. I sold out of all but one on these ones. I'm going to hop out of these ones. And now I'm going to focus on the little shitbag ones. All right, so that was a decent trade. But I wish I wasn't so scared of these 270s because now they're at 79. I have 5 of those bad boys. So I'm up 330. All of a sudden, the script flipped. I'm an idiot. I'm literally a dumbass, just so you guys know. I don't know why you're following me on this trade, but looking good. We're up to 80 now. 47, 325 on the day. Looking for that high of the day rip. I still want to see that 270. I feel like these 5 contracts could end up doing well. I just really didn't want them, to be honest. I kind of wanted the 267.50s to run. I'm going to start scaling out now that's near this high. 82. I'm just going to regroup after this little trade. I only ended up taking like $20 a contract here. She's pushing. We're up 344. I think I only have 1 left. So I'm just going to sell out of this bad boy now that it hit that high of the day, just in case it reverses. But I'm going to sell the market on that guy, 79. All right, cool. So, I mean, it was great. I mean, 341. So I'm up 341 on the day. Finally have like that breathing room. And now that I have that money, I can actually put some risk behind some stuff. So now I basically have pocket money, right? So now that I have that pocket money with NVIDIA, great dip buy, by the way. I was a little nervous for a second. Now NVIDIA's running. God damn, that's crazy. 90. Whew. All right. But regardless, This thing could go to that 270. I might regret selling a little early. But I am looking at these 267.50s again. 0.5, is that right? They're not 248. I do like the intrinsic value of these. I don't know if I can buy this top. But I do love the fact that this daily chart has that gap. I think that this still has a ton of room to go. At that point, maybe I'd look at next week's. I know they're going to be expensive as hell. Let me take a look at these. These next week's 275s are 380. That's not the worst. I mean, it could get close. Could get like they probably pay about 120 a contract. Probably not worth it. But great dip buy. This thing right here, this motherfucker. This would have been such a good opportunity for me, but I missed out. Somebody else got that though. Saw that somebody caught that. So happy for you. I think it was Sam. Sam, you're a beast. Got out just a second before that first green candle. Shake my head. I owe it to you. NVIDIA, beast. Not too bad. You know, I'm not too upset about being up 341 on the day. I'm really not. Especially on just a slow moving day. Especially with the SPY. So get in, get out. That's really it. You got to take the dip buys. You take the first candle or two, and then you're out. So I like to calculate by the hour. So I've been here for 2 hours, meaning that I am up about 270 or 170 a piece. I'm making $170 an hour right now. What should I? Question is, should I play for that 408? I feel like NVIDIA has a lot of opportunities to run. I feel like Meta, god damn, that thing went to. Wow. That's ridiculous. Seeing a lot of bullish momentum today. Coinbase, whoever was talking about Coinbase, this thing is going nuts as well. Lots of volume here. You should be seeing this another little lesson. If you see a massive spike in volume, that kind of shows me that it might be done with the uptrend. And it could just chop around up here, maybe like make a couple extra little moves, but this might be the end of the downtrend. When you see a massive spike like that at the top of a downtrend, just shows like, all right, we're done with this shit. 270s are now at 95. I got them at 68 and I sold them at 80. So I missed out on about $20 a contract, which is only about $100. This trade would have went nuclear. It probably would have went over $500 on the day, $600 on the day. Probably should have put a little bit more size onto that, but weird day for me. Weird day. Wasn't confident in a lot of these. NVIDIA was the best trade of the day so far, but I like it. I like it a lot. Be careful with 270 acting as a resistance now. So I do have that gap fill at 273. You know, if you take a look at NVIDIA here, shit ton of lines. Let's get rid of them. Remove drawing. Boom. This is it. So above this 270, which is this previous high, and then it rejected. If it gets above that, this gap fill where it gapped down is at 272.85. So that is my current price here. So that's why you see all this shit right here. This is the gray area is the gap. Getting higher, guys. We're working hard today. All right. Give me the 15 minutes. Let me zoom out of this bitch. 250, 270. Damn, look at this flag. Those 270 calls are at 106. Wow. That would have been a banger. Literally, I didn't even have to risk more than $500 to make $600. That's why the options trading is nuts. You can just make so much money if you're a good entry point. Look at this, $420 here turned into $1,100 if you held for 15 minutes. Nuts, nuts. You just got to find the best setups. That's really all it's about. And the best setup was here, but I missed out on this one. Caught this guy. I was a little nervous about it for a second because the market started pulling back, but out of nowhere it started being bullish. We're above that 270 mark. Average view duration. We are on this bitch for a one. Oh my god, these are at 124. Guys, we're going to that 273. We're going. Do we have to? Do we have to do this? We have to do this. These contracts will be worth so. I don't even want to look at those 267.50s, but I'm gonna. 295. Damn. Wow. Wow. That would have been a $400, 450. Just on that. Yeah, that would have been. We would have been almost up $1,000 on the day too. Shit. All right, whatever. We got this. We got this. We're up now. We're in this. I'll wait for a little bit of a pullback so we can get to that 273. I don't know if we're going to pull back, but damn. Now it's at 308. Damn, that is nuts. All right. Well, guys, it's about that time. I'm about to go get some food and stuff. This NVIDIA play was fire. If you didn't catch this one, you got to catch this one. That meta play, very small. I saw a couple people caught that one too on the downside, the retest, the uptrend break. Boom. The retest. Catch that quick little scalp. Hopefully he didn't hold it because, Jesus Christ, that shit is moving. But SPY has been pretty terrible today, unless you caught this guy. I think I took a quick little scalp on this as well on here. Can't remember. But so far up 341 on the day. Not a massive day, but also low volume day. So I'll try to push that above 1,000 here in a little bit. If I log back on, maybe we'll catch them together. But for now, that's all I got. My YouTube stream is malfunctioning right now. So I'm going to fix up on some of this stuff. I'll take a few trades. I'll signal on them. Discord people, I'll see you in a second. And then that's about it. That's about all I got. So I'm going to get some food. Let me know if you need anything. I feel like the NVIDIA trade was the trade of the day. I don't know if I would chase it all the way up here. Maybe wait for a pullback around this 269.50. But there is a lot of space up here. This 272.50 to fill that gap. So just watch that. If the market continues to be bullish, this thing could run. Take any pullbacks you possibly can. 270s are probably the best because they're right around that. Oh, right around that value. But I would probably wait until around this 269.50 mark to get involved. You could get them for pretty cheap. Probably get them for like 85 again. You know, wait for that run. It could go back up to 150 easy money, if not 200 by the end of the day. Market is moving. I think that this is bullish as shit. So we are cooking with this guy. I feel like maybe this downtrend retest, give it a little bit of time. And then, yeah, that's about all I got. So hopefully you caught one of those bad boys. I missed out on a little bit. I only positioned very small today, but still up 340 for the morning. About $170 an hour. Cannot complain. Going to look for an even larger move. Hopefully push this above 1,000, maybe 2,000 if I'm feeling a little bit risky. Now that I have some profits to play with, I'll have a much larger position with a much larger stop loss. So let's get it. Let me know if you need anything. Of course, always here to help. But for now, I'll see you in a little bit.